Hi guys, hope you're all well. Welcome to the inaugural video of Aussie coin adventures. My first video of hopefully many of some of the finds I'm getting via noodling. I'll show you what I've picked up over the last few weeks and also do some noodling. Kind of been a bit slack over the last years in keeping up with coin trends. The ability to pay with plastic means there's not a lot of reason to carry cash around all the time. After watching a few videos of other collectors, it got me back into collecting again. Okay, let's see what I've managed to find over the last few weeks. Okay, we'll start off with some standard coins that are in pretty good nick. So this one is a 1984. Scouts from 2008. The International Year of Peace from 1986. The Volunteers from 2003. And a Weary Dunlop, 50 cent. He's a pretty good nick. Next we have a 71, 50 cent. A 78, 50 cent coin. And when you compared these to other ones of the same year, and I'll just give you a comparison one. So this one's a 1980. That's a good one. And then this is the. So you can tell by just having those side by side, just the different journeys they've been on, I suppose. So yeah, there are ones out there that you can still find, and you can pop them in your collection and swap them out. Okay, next one is a 2008 Wave Gap. Now you'll notice on the platypus itself, right where the head is on the right hand side where the bill meets, that wave that comes into a point there's a gap on that, and that's a Wave Gap, 2008. The next one is 1981, and this one is a 4-claw. You can see the 4 claws there just on the right hand side of his body, just under the 2. And then I'll show you the 3.5. Get my hand still. The 3.5. So the half one is the one that's closest to his body there. Right, so be on the lookout for those ones, 1981. Next we've got some low mintage coins. Oh, sorry. I've got some $2 coins here from that I think have rim errors. Well, they got dodgy rims. Now if you can see that one there from about the 9 o'clock to the 4 o'clock is a fairly thick rim compared to the bottom part. And then the other one, it's a bit thicker from about the 3 o'clock till about 11. So yeah, I don't know if they're worth anything or not, so you guys can let me know. Yeah, so next we got the low mintage coins. We'll start with the $1 one. This one's in pretty good nick. 2020. That mintage is 430,000. So be on the lookout for those guys. In the 50 cent. Got a 1973, that mintage is at 4 million. And 1993, that one is at 1 million, so very low mintage coin. And 1997, 4.3. So yeah, keep a lookout for those low mintage ones, and yeah, keep them. The current year, 2022 that we have, I've got a $2, a 50 and a 20. I don't have the $1 coin yet. And the mintages of those are unknown at the moment, for the time being. But hang on to them until those figures do come out. I believe the 20 cent will be higher, a high mintage. I'll talk about that later, as I'm not finding a lot in the other denominations. Okay, next we have the Federation coins from 2001. This one's just the coat of arms. A pretty good coin, that one. I'll keep that one, swap that one out for the collection. And then yeah, just all the rest. So you got Queensland, New South Wales, which had the highest mintage for that. That came in at 3 million. And the lowest one was the ACT at 2 million. Northern Territory, that one. The others were just over 2 million. ACT, it's on South and Western Australia, yep. And Tassie. So I've picked all these up in rolls in the last few weeks too, guys. The same with the 20 cents, it's at Norfolk Island. Tassie. New South Wales. New South Wales had the highest mintage for this one. It was at 3.2. Queensland. And the lowest mintage one was the ACT. It came in at 2.1. That one there's South Australia. And all the others range in between that. Then I've got 3 of the Centenary of Canberra coins from 2013. Their mintage is at 6.2 million. So not a low mintage coin, but I don't see many of those. So those 3 I've picked up in the last couple of weeks as well. So yeah, hang on to them if you find them. They could be good for swaps or whatever. Okay, some of my favourite ones to grab are the 1970 Captain Cook. 1970 Captain Cook. The Silver Jubilee. This one is in really good nick. A little bit of discoloration at the top there. 1977, that one. Charles and Di from 1981. The only time Charles has been on a coin, except for next year, hopefully when they release the new ones. And the Bicentenary coin. Now I know they're not big money spinners, but they've always caught my eye, and I've always kept them, and along with the 50 cent Ram's head for the 25 years of decimal currency. And speaking of, these are the newer decimal currency ones in the denomination. So this is the 50-year decimal currency. These are all from 2016. That's a 20 cent. 50 cent, and a $2. Now the mintages for those are, the 5 cent is at 4.8 million, the 10 cent is at 6.2 million, the 20 cents at 4.5 million, the 50 cents at 7 million, the $1 is at 560,000, so that's a very low mintage one, so hang on to those if you find them. And the $2 is at 2.9. Now the $2 coin has gone on a colour explosion in recent years. With the red poppy in 2012, that's at 500,000 mintage, and the platinum jubilee in 2013, that one's at 1 million. So those have very high prices if you're paying for them. Good luck if you find them in change. So these are just ones that I've just popped out. So I've got 100 years of repatriation. This is the newest one from Woolies, the Socceroos, 100 years. This one's the ambulance service. That mintage is at to be announced along with the Socceroos one. And the last one is just the Mr. Squiggle. It's the first one I've got. So it's at 2 million. So those Woolies coins, the Mr. Squiggles, the Socceroos, and the like, they're all at roughly 2 million. So I mean they're good for collectors if you like the colour, especially the kids, like coloured coins. So yeah, make your sets and sell them and keep some as well. So all right, we'll move on to something you don't come across every day. There's a New Zealand 20-cent coin. And growing up, there used to be these, as well as the 10 and the 5 cent. Now, New Zealand have changed theirs. The 50s, the 10s, the 20s, and the 5s. So if you do find these in your change, they're worth hanging on to. All right, now the 2019 mob of kangaroos was released and celebrated the 35 years of the $1 coin. Now these coins have an A, a U, and an S, along with the number 35 on them. So I'll just zoom in on that. So you can see the U there, just above the word dollar, in between the big kangaroo. And the 35 is between the second one and the third one there. It's behind his ear. So that one's a U one. And the other one was an A that I picked up as well. So they come in A, U, and S. The mintages on those are 1.512 million. The A marked one is just slightly higher than the other two. So they're worth keeping on to as well. It's the same again, if you get sets of those, you can sell them or swap or whatever. So the next couple I've got is the Invictus 2020. The Invictus 2018 coin. 2.1 million. It's the only one I've got of these so far. And just a standard poppy remembrance one from 2012. So the red poppy one that everyone talks about is that one, but the poppy in the middle is red. And I did hear the other day that the Royal Australian Mint was going to re-release those red ones. We'll just keep up to date with that. Okay, next we have some cricketing royalty. 2001 Bradman coin. Now these coins were minted in 2001 and their mintage is at 10 million. Not a low mintage coin, but I don't see a lot of these popping up lately, and these three I've got, as I said, in the last few weeks. But yeah, I rarely see them popping up. So when you do get them, hang on to them. Okay, next we've got the newest 50-cent design coins. So this one is the AIATSIS in 2014. And that one is at 3 million mintage. I have a few of those. The Marbo coin, which was released in 2017. Now that mintage is at 1.4 million. So hang on to those guys as well. And the last one is the International Year of Indigenous Languages. And that one's at 2 million for the mintage of that one. Released in 2019. Okay, So I've got some homework for you guys. I've got 2 coins to show that I know nothing about. Okay, so the first one is an Australian $1 with a ram's head on it. And I think it was 2011. Now, I don't think I've got this one from a roll. I can't recall, but yeah, I kind of haven't done a lot of research on it, so if you guys can help me out, much appreciated. So there's that one, and then the other one is 20 cent. Decisive 11-11-11. So obviously celebrating the Armistice Day. And that one was minted in 2018. Now I do recall that there was some 20 cent coins from the Daily Telegraph or something, you could redeem them, so that might be one of those. So yeah, that's one there. Okay, so my favourite coin of the noodle is, drum roll, a 50 cent New Zealand 1977, sorry. And this was in a roll of 50s, and it was midway through the roll, and I almost fell off the lounge because I thought it was a 1966 50 cent. I know it's not a sought after coin, but can you tell me when was the last time you got one in your change or found one? And they'd be rarely circulating in Australian cash registers at the moment. So yeah. So anyway, so that's all what I found in the last 3 weeks, guys. Okay, as promised, we'll do a bit of noodling. Okay, guys, as promised, a little bit of noodling. I have 6 of the 50 cent rolls and 10 of the 20 cent rolls. Of those 10 rolls of the 20 cent, these 4 at the back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are 2022. I'll show you 2022. That one's a head and tail. Head, head. Head, head. Head, head. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I really think that the mintages for the 20 cent 2022 will be relatively high, I think, compared to the other denominations, simply because those 4 rolls, and I accidentally opened up a roll of 2022 and I've sold 2 others, so that's 7 rolls that I've picked up in the last 3 weeks. So yeah, I think once the mintage figures do come out, if they haven't come out already, yeah, I think the 20 cents will be high. Okay, so I'll just pause here. I'll open the rolls and we can thumb. Alright, guys, so here's what I got from those rolls of the 50s and the 20s. Not a lot, but you know, you don't always win. So we'll just start off another 1970 Cook. This one is the Centenary Federation one. As I said before, hang on to those. Now, this one is a 1980. I don't know if this one is the double bar. Yes, it is. So as you can see, just behind the head of the emu there's 2 lines, and that's a double bar. And they're from 1979 and 1980. I'll just show you the 79. There's a 79. Show you one without it. So you can't see the lines on that one there. So yeah, my first double bar. Okay, so this one's just a 1981 coin, nothing special. I'll just swap it out because it was in pretty good nick in the collection. Now these two are just the low mintage ones, 1973 and 1997. So their mintages respectively are 4 million and 4.3. Next is a 2019 IRB. Now, these mintages of these ones are 1.05 million. The same year was a JC release one, and they are at 870,000. This one's an IRB, so hang on to those. And I think this one's a 21 JC coin, yep, and its mintage is at 1.44. So just keep a lookout for mintage updates, and hang on to them. You can swap them and stuff, whatever. So the 20-cent coin, I've got another three core one, 3.5 core 20 cent. This one's a little bit clearer. So just under the corner of the two there, where the core of the platypus is on the right hand side, you can see 3.5 cores. It's always the one that's closest to the platypus. So another one of those. And now this one I've only just recently become aware of, and it's a 2004 large head. Now there's a large head and a small head. And the way you can tell is that the large head, the writing is closer to the rim, and also the A's are pointy. If you have a small head, the A's will be flat on the top, and the writing won't be as close to the rim. So yeah, that's my first one of those. So I'll hang on to that one. And coin of the day goes to another Pacific Island nation, a 50-cent Fiji coin. I do have a few of these in the collection. This one's from 75. Been through the walls on the rim there by the looks of it. But yeah, handy little find. So yeah, thanks guys. Leave some comments below, and I've got some other coins to do some noodling, and I'll do another video once I get through those. All right.